Good morning, students. Today I am going to start your next chapter, that is physical and chemical changes. First of all, what are the objectives to learn this chapter? We will be able to learn that what are physical and what are chemical changes, characteristics of physical and chemical changes, examples of physical and chemical changes. Students, in our daily life, we observe many changes around us. These changes can be classified into two types: physical changes and chemical changes. First, physical change. A change in which only the physical properties, what are physical properties? Shape, size, color, state of a substance get changed and no new substance is formed. I repeat, a change in which only the physical property of substance changes and no new substance is formed is called physical change. Right? Example, cutting of paper. When we will cut a paper or tear a paper, there is a change in the size of a paper. Right? Hence it is a and no new substance is formed, hence it is a physical change. Melting of ice on heating and freezing of water on cooling. In this example, there is change in the state of substance, hence it is a physical change. Making of dough, change in shape. Stretching of rubber band, again change in shape. Melting of wax, change in state. Right, so these are the physical changes where there is change in the physical properties like shape, size, color and state, and no new substances formed. Characteristics of physical changes. Only physical properties such as size, shape, color and state changes. No new substances formed. It is reversible. No overall energy change take place. Chemical composition of substance remain the same during the physical change. These are the characteristics of physical changes. Next comes chemical changes. A change in which one or more new substances with entirely different chemical composition and properties from the original substance are formed is called chemical change, or in simple word, in which a new substance is formed is known as chemical change. Along with the new substance, formation of new substance, chemical changes are accompanied by following characteristics as well. There may be change in state, there may be evolution of gas, there may be change in color and smell, there may be change in energy. Right? Let's take the example of burning of magnesium ribbon. When we take a magnesium ribbon strip and burn it in the presence of oxygen, we get magnesium oxide. And when we mix this magnesium oxide with water, we get magnesium hydroxide, which is a base, and this is a new substance which we get. In this reaction, we get the new substance, hence, and it is irreversible, hence this change is a chemical change. Next, change in color of copper sulfate solution due to reaction with iron. What we will do, we will take copper sulfate solution in a beaker, right? And copper sulfate solution is blue in color. What we will do, we will keep an iron nail or a blade in this beaker. After some time, there will be a reaction between iron and copper sulfate solution, and we will get iron sulfate. and copper will get deposit on the iron nail, and now the iron sulfate remains green in color. So after some time the color of copper sulfate solution will change from blue to green, because now, because of chemical reaction, the copper sulfate solution has changed into iron sulfate. This is a chemical reaction and it is irreversible. Third example, when we will add a pinch of baking soda in vinegar, we hear a hissing sound and see bubbles in of a gas coming out. If we will pass this bubble or this gas in another test tube containing the lime water, the color of lime water will change to milky. Hence, which is a test to check that there is a presence of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide gas changes the lime water into milky. Hence, we can say that the carbon dioxide gas was produced in that reaction, and when we pass that carbon dioxide in the next test tube, that turns the lime water milky. Hence, we can say new substances formed and it is a chemical change. Some more examples of chemical change: explosion of firecrackers, change in color of cut fruits and vegetables on keeping in air, digestion of food, germination of seeds, cooking of food, respiration and living organisms, rusting of iron are some examples of chemical changes. Now, characteristics of chemical changes. One or more new substances are formed. Chemical changes are permanent, cannot be reversed. Net change in energy take place. A large amount of energy is either given out or absorbed in the form of heat and light. If energy in the form of heat is released in the reaction, then that type of reaction is known as exothermic. If energy is absorbed, that type of reaction is endothermic. So we can say that energy is either absorbed or released in a chemical change. Both physical and chemical properties of a substance changes. Right. Next comes rusting of iron. An example of chemical change. What is rusting of iron? Iron object like iron nails, pipe, etc., when kept in moist air for few days, get covered with a brown powdery substance called rust. This process is called rusting of iron. Hence, two conditions are necessary for rusting of iron. What are these? Presence of oxygen, which is present in air, and presence of water or water vapor, we can say moisture. So what will happen? Iron will combine with water, oxygen and water or moist air, and we will get hydrated iron oxide, which is reddish brown in color, and we say this rust. Rusting causes a great deal of loss and damage. Rusting makes the iron object weak and ultimately useless. Hence, rusting is a destructive process and we need to prevent rusting of iron. So, how we can prevent rusting of iron? Prevention of rusting or prevention of iron from rusting. First, we can coat the iron surface with paint and grease. Second, galvanization. Galvanization is a process of depositing a thin layer of zinc metal on iron object is called galvanization. Alloy formation. What we do in alloy formation? Converting iron into stainless steel what we do, molten iron is mixed with fixed amount of other metals like carbon, manganese, chromium and nickel. Right? On cooling, it forms alloy of iron, that is stainless steel. Steel does not rust at all in moist air, or we can say that alloy formation is mixing of metal with another metal. Crystallization. It is a process of obtaining pure solid crystals having definite geometrical shape. Let us obtain the crystals of copper sulfate. What we will do, we will take 100 ml of water in a beaker, will add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid and copper sulfate powder. In this way we will make copper sulfate solution. We'll start boiling the solution, or we can say heat the copper sulfate solution. Right. After that, we will filter this solution in a china dish, or we transfer it in a china dish for cooling. After some time, we will leave this china dish for some time, and after some time we will get the crystals of copper sulfate. Pure substance of copper sulfate obtained by pure crystals of copper sulfate obtained by crystallization, and this is a physical change. Right, friends, it was all about your chapter. Go through the video and try to understand it. Also do the questions whatever I am giving in your copy. Thank you.